Hey YouTube, Denise here from Dueling Bunnies, and this is actually a video. I've been jotting down a lot of deck ideas and deck profiles, my little doodles of a bunny, and I've been working on a deck right here for a friend of Jonathan and I, a really close friend, that he's actually gotten back into the game, and he was trying to build some weird variant of a deck, and it was not looking so pretty. So I'm just doing research, and I wrote down a deck profile I'm going to test out and see if I can show it to him and see if it's good or not. And I was skimming through it, and I have a bunch of my YouTube notes and videos I need to make and shoutouts and stuff. And I actually came across this one little note I wrote right here that I'm going to the Kissimmee Regional with Jonathan on January 7th, 2012. That's 4 weeks from now. We're going to be in Kissimmee for the regional. We're very excited, definitely. It's my first regional event, and Jonathan has been to a YCS. He went to YCS Orlando. So he's, I guess, experienced with this kind of stuff. He knows what to expect. He knows what to do and all those things. It's my first regional. I've never been. I've only gone to locals, so I'm very scared, excited, and nervous at the same time. I don't know what to expect, so it's a very exciting thing for me. Yay for the scrub Denise going to her first regional. But anyways, what I wanted to get to this though was because I'm going to the regional, it is now time to start preparing deck and side deck and everything and start practicing with that one deck. I'm torn though. I don't know what to take to the regional. So I narrowed it down between I have a bunch of decks. Number one, I have 4 decks. I have an Agent deck, I have a Gravekeeper deck, I have a TG Plant deck, and I have a Dark World deck. They are all built, and they're all set and ready to go. I definitely narrowed off Agents really quick from the list. I don't want to run Agents. There's just a lot of side hate for Agents, and Agents are just boring. Everybody knows Agents are boring. It's all herp derp plays. They're all stupid. You already know what they're going to do before they even do it. First play they make, summon Earth, get Venus, get a Shine Balls, get Gachi Gatetsu, summon Master Hyperion, summon Arc Lord Christia, use Hyperion's effect, destroy a card on the field. It's just so boring. So no, I'm not gonna run Agents. They're so boring. I cannot do it. I'm not running Agents. I refuse. So I narrowed it down to Gravekeepers, TG Plants, and Dark World. Jonathan actually is deciding as well between his X Sabers and Gadget Stun deck, which he showed here on our channel. Both deck profiles are in here. I think the X Saber one is a little outdated. I'm not sure. Check it. But yes, his X Sabers and his Gadget Stun deck are on the channel. So he's deciding between those 2 decks. I'm deciding between these 3 decks. Now, my only concern with my Dark World deck is this. I do not have my playset of tour guides yet. Now, you could run Dark Worlds without tour guides. I've made videos about it. We went over Vincent Morales' deck without tour guides. And I've play tested a lot. And I find a lot of flaws in the deck. Obviously, I'm talking about the non-tour guide variation of it. So a lot of flaws in the deck. And they're very hard to patch with spells and traps because there's so many MSTs and Heavy Storm and blah. So, Dark World, in my opinion, my personal opinion, I want to run a tour guide variation of Dark World because for the one factor that I cannot seem to come across a build fast enough that will patch the holes made with the lack of tour guide. The deck has a big problem, and the biggest problem that I've found with the deck is that the drawing is very inconsistent, and sometimes you don't draw into a discard outlet, which is very important in order to get your monsters to do what you want them to do. You don't want to just summon a brow on the field and be like, okay, hit me. You don't want to do that. You want a discard outlet. You want a discard brow. There's just a lot of things that, hinder me from running the deck without tour guides because, for example, if you do not draw into a discard outlet, you can always summon tour guide and bring a Leviathan, and you still have a beat stick on the field. You might not have Grapha, but you have a beat stick on the field. So tour guide just patches up a lot of holes. I only have 1 tour guide. I have not gotten any kind of deals going on yet with tour guide. Looking for 2 more. I have yet to find them. So I'm really technically leaning towards my Gravekeepers and my TG plants. Now I'm torn because I love Gravekeepers. They've been my babies since, you know, I started playing competitively. I've loved my Gravekeeper deck. I just love them, and they're actually a really good deck. Even now in the format, their worst matchup is Dark World, obviously, but other than that, they really don't have that bad of a matchup. Plants, we have a good matchup against plants. We have a great matchup against agents. There's just a lot that we can do against the meta nowadays. But the Dark Worlds, again, are a bad matchup. And, you know, plants, yes, we have a decent matchup against plants, but if we don't play fast enough, the plants have a better advantage over Gravekeeper. My TG plant has topped, it actually won me a local. I top consistently every time I play my TG plant deck. It's a great deck. I mean, I always top 8, top 4. So, you know, again, both decks are great, and both of them I could see doing decent at the regional. My Gravekeepers have a few concerns with, because these are the decks that I'm definitely expecting at this event. Dark Worlds definitely are going to be there with the whole emerge of the Nord Tour Guide variant of Dark Worlds. I highly see that Dark Worlds are going to be played by a lot of the younger folk. Very cheap deck to get, you know, buy 3 structure decks and you have the deck built. You know, again, Fabled Raven probably the only most expensive card, but I could definitely see a lot of Dark Worlds being played without tour guides there. So Dark Worlds, I definitely, I will put money on it that Dark World deck will be there. I guarantee you a Dark World deck will be there. So Dark Worlds, I'm expecting Karakuri. Karakuri is a cheap deck. A lot of people, seriously, a lot of people underestimate the deck. It's a very good deck. Karakuris are really good. I have yet to figure out actually what is good against Karakuri. I still don't know how to play them very well. That's why I'm doing research on the deck to try to see what I can do to side against them efficiently and play against them efficiently when I face that matchup. So Karakuri, Dark World. Agents are going to be there hands down. We all know that there's always going to be that agent person there with the tour guide, the Hyperion, the Christia. They will be there. I also expect plants, that's the top deck right now. Plants will be there with tour guide variations, non-tour guide variations, Tengu plants. There's going to be just plants everywhere. Maxis spammed and everything. And there's just going to be a whole lot of plant poop. I also expect possibly Chaos variants now that Courtney Waller topped one YCS Kansas. Definitely Chaos decks are going to emerge in this event. Definitely I will put money on that as well. So with those decks that I assume will top, Rescue Rabbit possibly some Rescue Rabbit Dino decks. Yeah, I will say a Rescue Rabbit Dino deck will most likely be there. So we have the Dark Worlds, Karakuri, Plants, Agents, Chaos variants, and Dino Rabbit decks. Possibly Lightsworn, but maybe not. So those are the decks that I'm expecting. Gravekeeper, I think will do well against Plants. Will do fairly well against Karakuri. I still have to do some more research on them. I'm not sure about how I would go about playing Karakuris with Gravekeepers, if they will benefit in any way. Dark Worlds are our worst matchup, and I'm definitely expecting a lot of Dark World decks there. Again, fairly okay with plants, great against agents. You can beat an agent deck easy with a Gravekeeper deck. Dino Rabbit, I've never played the deck personally, so I wouldn't know how well it would do. I would assume it would do okay, but Dino Rabbit decks do not depend on the graveyard whatsoever. They run a lot of them main Dimensional Fissure, so they really don't care about the cards hitting the graveyard. So I'm guessing their effects really don't activate in the graveyard much. So I don't know how Gravekeepers would pan out with the Dino Rabbit decks. So I wouldn't be able to tell you anything there. So Gravekeepers, I'm a little like, I'm not sure how they're going to do. TG Plants, I could definitely see doing well against Dark Worlds. I've beat a Dark World player at my local with Fabled Raven and all that great stuff in there. I beat him pretty easily. Ooh, I was shaking my computer. Beat him pretty easily. I've beat agent players with my TG Plant deck. I actually won a local with it, so hello, I went undefeated. It's a good deck. Great deck. It does well against everything. The only problem I've had, I played a Karakuri person and he just handed my ass to me. I didn't know. I don't know how Karakuris work. I have to study them. I have to really play test. I have to. Ugh, I have to study up on Karakuri. I don't know what I'm doing with them. Lightsworn, I beat Lightsworn with my TG plant. Chaos, I beat Chaos with my TG plant. I just have a lot of hate for every deck with my TG plant deck. So it's between Gravekeepers and TG Plants. Jonathan is between X-Savers and Gadget Stun. So leave a comment down below telling me what deck you think we should run at the, I want to say YCS, but it's not YCS. It's regional in Kissimmee, Florida. Let me know in the comment section what you think I should run and what you think Jonathan should run and why. Give us a reason as to why you think this deck will do good at this event and why you think our deck is good for the current meta. Give a good reason. Don't just say because Gravekeepers are awesome. We all know that. Hello. Gravekeepers have always been great. Power to you. So let us know in the comments what you think we should run. What would you like to see us run at the regional event? Hopefully we do good. Fingers crossed. Again, we will try to have our shirts made. I'm actually going to go to a print shop with him tomorrow to see prices and all that great stuff. So, whoop, yay for that. So be looking out for us in our shirts. Again, kudos to Envy the Clown who made our design. The link will probably be in an annotation, description, wherever I put it. And we're excited to meet you guys. Let us know if you're going to be at the regional. Leave a comment down below letting us know if you're going to be there or not. We would love to meet you. Love to get some videos going on with you. Interviews, pictures. Me and John are all about that. We're really friendly and we want to meet you guys. So yeah. Thanks for watching. This has been Denise from Dueling Bunnies. Leave your comments down below. Like, rate, comment, subscribe. Do all that great stuff. And